How many of you can relate to this? Yeah, I just have to make up my mind, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. It takes me the rest of my life, I'm gonna get it done. Best investment a fella can make. Feels pretty doggone good to me. I got a little job to do. There's so much got to happen before I can get it done. I just need to build a little door right here, but I gotta move the truck, clean out the shop, get the materials that I'm gonna use. You got a little something that you need to do, but it's gonna take 10,000 other things moved or whatever to make it happen. And I'm just gonna assume that it has remained square. 27 7/8, 65 1/4 tall. So the way this is going to do, for those of you who may not be familiar with how to do a door, this is what's called stop right here. The door is going to sit against that, and then the door thickness, I've got 1 5/8 right here thickness, and I want the outside of the door flush with this right here so that the hinge can face mount on that and on the door. I wasn't as dumb as I looked. Get this door up, then I can take all that off, take this vent out, and we should be good to go. Here's my fun part. It's gonna take me probably 2 hours to get stuff moved, get stuff together, so I can start building the door. If I don't get started, it won't get done. I know it won't take long to build that door. Put some hinges on it, a latch, and set it. But I also know it's going to take a long time just to get ready. We've been out of town for a few days. This is where I plan to build a door. And a royal mess before I can even get started. Something I've just learned recently, if you own a sawmill, portable personal sawmill, whether you're a hobbyist or you do it for a living, having an electric chainsaw, that might be the best investment a fella could make. Now I'm fortunate in that Dong Chang sent me this to try it out, and I've been trying it out and I love it. So I'm going to cut these pieces of walnut down to length. Probably cut them about 3 or 4 inches longer than the finished length. But what I'm going to attempt to do here on the sawmill, these pieces of walnut were milled about probably 5 weeks ago or so. Wonderful. And I'm going to resaw them, try to get a good edge on them. And what you're watching, what you're about to see here, honestly, is a miracle. Now, I didn't plan it like this. I'm not that smart. don't have that much intuition. But what's going to happen? I'm going to edge these boards, and then, believe it or not, and I know this, it's just, I mean, there was a little bit of planning, but it just worked out. I did not have to resaw the width of these boards. I cut these 3 boards, and when I glued them up, they were the exact width that I needed for the doors. You can believe that or not, but that's absolute truth. I did not have to resaw them after I resawed them here on the mill. And another miracle, and this is just uh, really a testament to the setup of the saw, the way the thing was cutting and everything. But I did not resaw. You're going to see that I'm going to butt joint these boards together, biscuit joint them, glue them up, and I did not resaw the joints. I glued them up exactly how they came off the mill. It's a miracle.
Mm.
That's what they are without taking any off. I mean, it'll work. It's going to have to work. Originally, I had not planned on milling these. I was just going to leave them rough. Then I got to thinking it sure is going to be nice if it has a finished edge on it. So we're running them through the planer. I think the finished width was, I think I took them down to 1 inch. But as you'll see in a minute, it worked out pretty nice to have them planed all the same. And I'm not sure, but what it also contributed to the quality of the joints, where they're butt jointed, the biscuits are installed. Takes a little time to plane, but in the end, I think you'll agree with me that it was well worth it. Now, these are not perfect true edges, but I'm building a door. I'm not building a dining room table. So I'm good with it. I'm gonna put biscuits in about every 9 inches or so. They're gonna shrink and move some, but I believe it's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna go through cutting all the biscuits. There's 400 to 1100 videos on YouTube about cutting biscuits and how to do it. But this thing's been nice. I don't know how long I've had this, probably over 30 years. I don't know, but Got that bond good and dry. But this place right here, I bought some hinges for a couple of doors I built down at the shop. And I'm gonna tell you, I think they was made in India, or I'm not sure where they was made, but they have held up really well. I'll show them to you, but I mean, if you're looking for a good set of hinges, this place has got a couple of them. $150. We're here for the party. Yeah, here they are, I think. $3 a piece. Let's see where they're made. Made in India. That's right. But they've held up really well on that other door. I think it's been a little over an hour or so. I mean, really ought to set up longer than that, but I want to get this other side glued up. We'll get it cut, hung, put a latch on it, and that'll be done. So that one's been glued for almost 2 hours and the glue's still wet, so that ought to tell you it needs more than 2 hours to set up. It's been a couple of hours since I glued the last section. I couldn't find my scraper, which is pretty typical. The putty knife works the same way, if not better. Making furniture here, then I'm going to hit it with this disc. I think it's 40 grit. I had to put a few lines in it, but it's a door, it's not a kitchen cabinet. And then I'll probably sand on it a little bit. I think that's got all the major lines out of it. Feels pretty doggone good to me. I believe I'm going to let it cure overnight. Well, good morning. It's the next day, and I feel pretty good that this is dried up, the glue as far as that. But I had a thought last night, and I'm probably right. Might not be. But what I'm thinking is that the moisture in this is still pretty high. Let's just see what it is. I mean, some of it has got wet. I don't believe it's that high, but it is high. Anyway, the bottom line is this thing's going to move. It's going to shrink. Probably, I don't know how much. Probably close to a 1/2 inch. It's going to shrink this way. It's not going to shrink much long ways. But because of that, got to thinking, if I come in here and put cleats on this thing like that, then it's going to maybe even want to try to tear apart these glue joints. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to do something different that an old fella, Clyde, showed me when I was building a table for him many years ago, and see how this works. So let's get these clamps off. And we'll get this thing flipped over and the glue scraped off the back. But I'm going to put some braces on it that's going to allow it to contract and also keep it stable. So here we are on the back side, and what I'm going to do is make a bracing, some kind of bracing. Just marking this because I can't have any bracing that's going to hit the stop. Should be good. So I need some bracing material. I had this piece of ash here in the shop, and ash would make a great bracing material because it's very, very sturdy. Guys my age, we grew up using wooden baseball bats, and those bats were made out of ash. Well, that's gonna make me some good bracing for this door. What I'm doing here is drilling the holes in the brace pieces larger than the screws that's going in. It's not so critical on these boards that are running up and down on the doors, but these side pieces, the hole is larger than the shaft of the screw, which will allow for movement of the door. Now these pieces are not glued on, they're just screwed on, and the screws just fall down through these holes in these horizontal braces. Oh, I put a little oil on this, and I didn't show it, but anywho, now I need to figure out, I'm gonna make this the hinge side. So this has got to be up here, like so, about that long. Well, I hope I've done my homework right, and everything fits. If it doesn't, you'll be the first. Well, me and you will both together be the first to know. I got a little shim piece down there at the bottom to set this on. Let's go get a circular saw. Be right back. I may have to take it off, take the door off. I don't know. Doesn't need much, but may not can go back far enough. Perfect. I've got a latch somewhere. I might can bend that just a little bit. There we go. That's all it needed. Perfect. I don't know what else to say about it. Just a simple little door. It's utilitarian, you know. And back here in the back, ain't nobody see it but me and the Lord. Get some shingles on this thing and get that plumbing moved. This project to be completed. And like I said at the very start of this thing, you know, the work's almost in getting all the stuff together. And I ain't gonna kid you. This little project here, I believe I could have built a house about the same amount of time. I'm just kidding, but so that's the door project. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. It's gonna work.